All right, hopefully you've turned on the sound, not just the closed captioning. You're going to definitely want to hear what I have to say. A few things you're going to need for this week's assignment. You're going to need a ruler, a pencil, a pair of scissors, the printout that I gave you, and a piece of 9 by 12 paper, drawing paper. If you don't have a piece of 9 by 12 paper, you need to pause and go get one. You can come and get one from me, or perhaps you might have a sketchbook that has some larger paper. All right, I'm assuming that you have those things, so here we go. We're going to move forward. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take this image and we're going to very carefully cut it out. You don't want to cut any of the actual image. You only want to cut the white part off. Now, just a little FYI for you, this is the only picture that I'm going to be printing for you for this project. If you lose yours, you'll have to print out your own copy of it. I will have the document that I used for these pictures in the Google Classroom for you. So if you lose yours, you can just go on there and you can print one off for yourself. Okay, so I'm cutting mine out. I don't need these scraps, so I'm just going to set them off to the side. I'll recycle them later. Next, we're going to measure this picture. Okay, so I'm going to measure the height. Height is 6 inches. It's 6 inches tall. Our paper is 12 inches tall. That means that this picture is exactly 1/2 the size of our big paper, right? And then the width of our picture is 4 and 5 little tick marks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now technically that's 5/16, but let's just keep it simple for ourselves, and we're going to say 4 and 5 little marks. So here's what we're going to do. Putting 0 on the very edge of the paper, we're going to measure across, double of 4, so 4 times 2 is 8, and then 5 times 2 is 10. So I'm going to go to 8, and then I'm going to go 10 little tick marks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'm going to put a little mark. And I'm going to do that same thing at the bottom. Don't flip your ruler around, just slide your ruler down to the bottom. 0's on this side again. I'm going to go over to 8, and then 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I think I did this. I counted that one wrong. Yep, I did. Okay, so now I'm going to draw a straight line that connects those 2 marks, and then I'm going to cut on that line. Cut very carefully. Don't want to cut into the bigger section. I want this piece of paper to be exactly half the size of that piece of paper. Set my scrap to the side. I can check myself. Watch this. I set my photo in the upper left corner and put a mark on the very edge of the photo on the paper. And I move my paper over. This should touch the corner, and this will touch the paper. It does. It works. Oh, I forgot. I need to do that same thing down here at the bottom. There. So checked here, and it worked. Put a little mark down here in this corner. And I'm going to come on down here. Sitting in that corner, it's touching that mark. I need a mark here. Over here, check that. And if I did it right, that touches that mark. I did it right. Good job. Okay, so next, use my ruler, and I'm going to connect these marks horizontally. And the line should go all the way to the edges of the paper, not just the marks. So just to be clear. And then I'm going to go top to bottom, touching the marks, dividing my paper into 4 sections. Now I need to take this piece of paper, I need to divide it into 4 sections, but we're going to use a different technique. Okay, so here's the technique. I'm going to take this piece of paper, I'm going to fold it in half. Really carefully lining up my corners and making a crease. And then I'll take that, unfold it, and reverse that fold. Okay, so then I'm going to do the same thing, but this direction. Fold it in half. This direction very carefully, making sure I line up my corners. I don't know if you can see, I'm really striving to get my corners lined up. And again, making a crease. Reverse that crease so that we have a nice strong line. So now you should be able to see that I have 4 quarters on here, 4 quarters on here. The last step you've got is take a picture of those 2 images, those 2 things, and send that image to me in the Google Classroom by Tuesday night. Thank you so much.